ODPP for their statement that they are not opposed to bail, because bail is a constitutional right. There are no reasons compelling why they shall not be released on bail. On our part, we request that you release them on reasonable bond or terms of cash bail, reasonable cash bail, for the following reasons. Despite the fact that the accused persons have been charged with 27 counts, if you look at these charges in the context of a normal, unusual anti-corruption prosecution, which this court is seized of, you will see that there is no single officer from the county government of Bungoma, from the procurement department, or finance department, or within the departments, in this case the accounting officer, who has been isolated and charged with any offense in relation to what the state has brought to court. That is very significant. Significant because they are the ones responsible for the procurement and payment. What that means on the face of the charges is that there is no irregularity on the procurement and payment process. Because that's what the charges, they ought to speak for themselves. Secondly, our argument is stronger, again, because there is no officer from the county government, including the first accused person who is present before court, who has been charged with abuse of office. That is very significant. Ordinarily, in an anti-corruption prosecution, abuse of office will be the first charge against the former governor of the county. But there is no evidence, no threshold, no iota of evidence whatsoever from their own charges why to lay basis for the first accused person, Milimani Court, to be charged with abuse of office. That is very significant. Again, there is another charge which is usually present in 100% of all the charges: conspiracy to commit a corruption offense. Again, it is not present in these charges. There's no conspiracy at all. So again, that is quite telling. Additionally, if you look at the way the charges have been crafted, even though they have been broken down, Your Honor, but there is one fundamental issue which the accused persons have desperately tried to explain to EACC in vain. That these were all subcontracts, and we will be maintaining that throughout the hearing of this case, that they were subcontracts. There is no nexus between, in the law of subcontracting, there is no nexus between the county government and these contractors at all. So they were all subcontracts. So, but EACC has declined to listen to that defense. The accused persons really tried to explain why you will see these documents which they mentioned in the charge sheet belong to other institutions, other agencies, the county government of Tana River, etc. Because these documents were lawfully issued to the subcontractors by these agencies, county governments, and they were put together for tendering purposes. So, but that is a matter for the trial. We will deal with it at the right time. But on the severity of the charge, we just wanted to have that picturesque perspective so that you can see, whereas the counts are many, the charges are really, even on the face of it, explainable. In relation to the cooperation of the accused persons, Your Honor, allow me to say that it's really important, Your Honor, that the court notes that the accused persons have really cooperated with the EACC. Your Honor, this is significant because when the DPP last week issued a press statement that they will charge the accused persons with a crime, the accused persons realized a major mistake which had been made by the EACC and DPP. They had recommended charges against a gentleman known as Nicholas Wangamati. The person we submitted documentation, they said that they want to arrest this person, bring them to court. So we asked, we submitted documentation showing that the person actually passed on 3 years ago, unfortunately. And that explains why Nicholas Wangamati has been removed from the charges, which despite the DPP's notification to the public, Nicholas has now been removed from the charges that are before court. That came from the accused person. And we are just asking what other information positive the accused person could have given and considered favorably. There is a lot, but we'll cross that bridge. In relation to the first accused person, the first accused person faces a charge known as conflict of interest. Former governor of Bungoma, Wangamati, faces a charge conflict of interest. Again, you will see from the characterization of the charges, and evidence will confirm this, that the state has really tried to get the first accused person in court. They have really tried.
Mr. Wanyama, are you going to the merits of the case?
No. I'm just saying, Your Honor, for purpose of severity of the charge, because it's a factor.
Like an opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. It is a factor, actually. I'm responding to Monda when Monda says, look at the seriousness of the charge. Ours is that, no, you need to look at the context. And, Your Honor, that I think will be the far we can go. We can't go beyond that. Your Honor, there's an additional issue that we wanted to raise also in relation to an accused person, Bramwell, is present before you. Actually, EACC gave him a special treatment because he is not well. He's not feeling well. EACC has accorded him a special.
What number of accused?
He's accused person number 7. Yes, Your Honor. And Your Honor, in terms of that argument on flight risk, you can just see for yourself. There is no, apart from that issue of compassion because he's in a wheelchair and he suffers from serious hypertension, he's not a flight risk at all. He's one of the accused persons who myself, Your Honor, I would recommend that we release him on a free bond. He will attend court, but he's suffering from serious serious and massive health constraints. We tried to ask him if he can delay the plea, but he said he will struggle to go through the plea process. Your Honor, the statement that no one shall comment on the charges that are before court applies both to the state and to the defense. Your Honor, both the EACC and the DPP, they are obligated to abide by that statement because they're the ones whipping out the emotions by issuing press statements. But now that the matter is in court, we hope they will refrain themselves. The defense will undertake that we will not make any comments, especially for us lawyers. We will not make any comments because it is a bit prejudicial. It's always prejudicial if we are commenting on a matter which is pending before a court of competent jurisdiction. Again, we undertake as the defense for the accused persons who hold the Kenyan passport or any travel documentation, we will deposit that in court, and no accused person will travel out of the country without the permission of the court, which will be sought usually, and I think for only one accused person, but we'll cross that bridge. One accused person who has that is Edward. Is it Edward? Yes, for Edward. We will be seeking permission because he has some businesses out of the country. But if he wants to travel, Your Honor, we will come before you and we seek adequate permission, and we will notify the state accordingly. And lastly, Your Honor, we would like to say that we are thankful and we undertake to fully cooperate as the defense throughout this prosecution. And we sincerely request that you accord the accused persons reasonable cash bail term and bond terms. My colleague, Mr. Edward Wangila, is going to make an additional argument on why that is necessary. Thank you, Your Honor, with your permission.
Permission of the court, Your Honor, on the application for bail, our request is that you grant us a reasonable bail. Reasonable bail has already been submitted by my colleague, and we'll be submitting that you grant an amount not exceeding 50,000 shillings. And Your Honor, the basis for that particular submission is that you will not, or just to inform the court, Your Honor, the first, second, and third accused persons are brothers. And the fourth, fifth, sixth, fourth accused person is a niece, sorry, a nephew. The fifth accused person is their niece. The sixth accused person is a nephew. The seventh accused person, Your Honor, is a cousin. The eighth accused person, Your Honor, is also a cousin. And I think it's those ones, yes, Your Honor. So the reason I'm raising this, Your Honor, is that whichever resources are going to be utilized in settling this cash bail, once granted by the court, because we already know it's not opposed, is, there are family resources. So we must take into consideration that we wouldn't want to strain one family from, having to take the heavy task of raising cash bail that would be relevant for these proceedings. On the other issue, Your Honor, you'll note from the charges, there is no accusation, there's no accusation that there's been loss of any public funds. So much as there have been a lot of numbers that have been thrown in the charges that have been presented before the accused persons, you will note, Your Honor, that there is no allegation whatsoever that there is loss of public funds. So we are saying that even when you retire to make your decision on the bail applicable, we ask you to take that into consideration. The critical thing is that we don't want the accused persons to appear like they're already convicted at the point of cash bail. We ask you to exercise your discretion in a manner that will ensure that they can attend court and that they've already submitted. They're also not flight risk. I think that will be the only other addition to our application for bail. That's all, Your Honor.
In the interest of time, I wish to adopt the applications and submissions that have been made by Mr. Wangila and Mr. Nyama to apply to the clients that I represent. That's the 9th, 10th, 11th.
Please raise your voice a bit.
Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I was saying that in the interest of time, I will be adopting the applications as well as the submissions that have been made by my colleagues, Mr. Wanyama and Mr. Wangila, to apply to the clients that are sent. That is the 9th, 10th, and 11th accused persons. Suffice it to add, Your Honor, that urging you, Your Honor, to consider and apply the principle of proportionality in the sense, Your Honor, that my clients are facing a single charge, one charge. Your Honor, these are small traders and peasant farmers from Bungoma who unfortunately find themselves entangled in this process. Your Honor, my clients have been extremely cooperative with the EACC. When they were informed, Your Honor, these are people who are not even on social media. When the EACC made an announcement that they appeared before the head office at the Interpretive Center, I reached out to them and asked them if they are aware of that they are required. And based on that information, Your Honor, they boarded the next bus from Bungoma to Nairobi to ACC, where they recorded their statements and the fingerprints taken. Your Honor, the charge they face, they have not been told that they received any money, any proceeds of crime. They have not been charged with receiving any taxpayers' funds. They have only been charged, which will discount at the right time, that they presented documents which were found not to be genuine when they were seeking a tender, which tender was not even awarded to the company which they sharehold. Your Honor, I'll be urging you that you release them on very reasonable terms. In terms of cash pay, Mr. Wangila had proposed a sum of 50,000 shillings to the clients. Your Honor, I'll be proposing a sum of 20,000 shillings to my client. The 11th accused person, Mr. Joseph Wanyonyi, is fairly elderly. I believe he's perhaps the most advanced in terms of age as compared to the rest. He's a presiding clerk of a local church that I attend in Milimani Court, Friends monthly church. And given that, Your Honor, we undertake that they will not reach out and interfere with any witness. None of the accused persons that I represent holds a Kenyan passport, or any passport for that matter. That demonstrates the peasantry nature of their livelihood. That's all, Your Honor.
Nahorenya Erika.
Mr. Nakurenya.
Yes. Nahorenya. Your Honor, we, in appreciation of the submissions from my seniors, wish to mention that on behalf of the accused persons, we give assurance that they will be able to comply, submit to the directions of this honorable court. And finally, Your Honor, I also want to add a voice that in your decision, we pray that you become very lenient, Your Honor, in the instant case, so that whatever bail is granted, Your Honor, does not defeat the purpose of the accused persons being released. Thank you very much.
Perhaps before my colleague sits, because of the distance, there is an issue that has been raised out. My name is Wangila. I'm Wangila B. He's Wangila A. We can use that.
No.
I'm Eugene Wangila.
Oh, Eugene Wangila.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes. Your Honor, two of the accused persons in that is 5th and 6th, in line with what my senior Mr. Wanyama submitted, and due to the fact that when considering bond, you also look at the strength of the prosecution's case and the fact that we have been willing to give information. They had actually, at the time of tendering, they had officially resigned from these companies. That is 5th and 6th. And Your Honor, the 5th accused person stays in Mombasa. I happen to know her. And now in respect of even the rest, just to bolster what my colleagues had said, they are family people. All of them are married. They are breadwinners. Going by even what my senior submitted, we'd hope that you consider that. The 6th accused person, 5th, had just gotten a new job, and traveling from Mombasa to this place and back would be very expensive for her. So in setting the bond terms, in line with what my senior Mr. Wangila said, we really hope that you consider a cash bail of 50,000. Since most of them in due course will prove that they were not even in that tendering process. And that is information we were willing to give the DPP through the EACC, but those are things that will come out as to why the information was not forthcoming.
David Wati, I'm sorry, when my colleague was introducing councils, I was still on the way.
Yes.
Your Honor, I have been asked to appear for Mr. Joseph Wanyonyi, along with my senior, Mr. Haemba, the 11th accused. Your Honor, in addition to what they have said, Your Honor, I'm aware of the judicial policy on bail, which is well captured. Your Honor, the 11th accused are charged along with the 9th and 10th in charge number 27. Your Honor, I'll urge Your Honor to give very, very reasonable terms of bail so that we can pick up the issues and raise the necessary objections in the charge sheet first. It is just not desirable to have 27 counts in one charge sheet. The principle of public health Mackenzie is there, and section 134. Your Honor, that is all.
2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 8th, and 12th accused persons, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. So, any documents, material that the prosecution would wish to rely in prosecuting their cases against these accused persons, we had already initiated correspondence, can be sent to the firm of Bungoma Gov. And in respect of 9th, 10th, and 11th accused persons, any material that the prosecution would want to rely on can be served to the firm of Haemba. Counsel Haemba Brian, who is also present in court. So I think I hope that makes it easy and clear for them.
No problem. We also, as councils, undertake that if there is change of counsel, then the council will not hold lien on the documents which have been submitted by the state, so that you delay the anti-corruption trial. That is usually a requirement. We just want to assure Mr. Monda that we are really in for a good trial.
Leave the trial to the joint council. because some courts would prefer that parties be served in person, some courts may collect those documents. So at the opportunity, I've taken note of what you have stated. The first thing is to be served, is to be led by Mr. Wanyama Manyonge, and the second thing is lead counsel is Mr. Brian Kaima. So for now, allow me some 30 minutes to give a ruling on this matter. I will give you a time to return because I have another thing to take. So let us return at 11:30.